Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Kenya. Good afternoon, Mr. Freddy, Mr. Miguel. How are you doing?
Hello, teacher.
How are you? Are you fine? Okay, I can hear you, but that's okay. So, guys, we're going to start with the class. Today we're going to study a new topic. I guess last class we studied the use of may and might, right? But today we're going to start with a new topic. So I want you to show you the. Today, guys, we're going to start with a new topic, reflexive pronouns, right? This is the new topic. So let's start. Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are words ending in self when it is singular or selves when it is plural, right? That are used when the subject and the object of a sentence are the same. They can act as either objects or indirect objects, right? Entonces, nos dice que los pronombres reflexivos pueden terminar en self o en selves, si son plurales, ¿verdad? Y pueden ser usados cuando el sujeto y el objeto de una oración son el mismo, ¿verdad? También pueden actuar como objetos o objetos indirectos o objetos directos de una oración. There you have the reflexive pronouns. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Ahí tenemos la lista de los pronombres reflexivos. Si ustedes se fijan de myself a itself, ellos son singulares, ¿verdad? Y de ourselves a themselves and yourselves, que también puede ser plural. When to use reflexive pronouns. First, when the subject and the object refer to the same person or thing. Cuando el sujeto y el objeto de la oración se refieren a la misma persona o a la misma cosa, vamos a utilizar un pronombre reflexivo. For example, he accidentally cut himself while he was chopping the vegetables, right? First, we have the subject here, he, right? Accidentally cut what? Himself. Se cortó él mismo, ¿verdad? Maybe the finger, right? While he was chopping the vegetables. Él estaba picando los vegetales y accidentalmente se cortó a sí mismo. Himself, right? We helped ourselves to the free drinks at the party, right? So look at this one. We, and that's why we are using here ourselves. If you notice, the last or the ending of these words ends in elves, right? What about the first one? Self, because that is singular, right? So, we use them for emphasis. Also, if we want to talk or to mark an emphasis, we can use the reflexive pronouns. For example, the author signed the book for me, right? Herself. Está haciendo énfasis que la autora del libro, la escritora, firmó el libro, ella misma, ¿para quién? Para mí. Entonces está haciendo énfasis que ella fue la que firmó el libro. Or I did it myself. Look at this one. Lo hice yo mismo. You're saying or you're marking any emphasis there, right? In some cases, we use it to have a similar meaning to also. For example, Annabelle was pretty last night. I was pretty happy myself, right? That is like you want to have the same meaning as also. Quieren tener el mismo significado de also. Ustedes pueden utilizar también el pronombre. When not to use reflexive pronouns. First, there are a number of verbs in English with which we rarely or never use reflexive pronouns, as they are in other languages. Adapt, campaign, concentrate, get up, hide, lie down, meet, move, relax, remember, shave, shower, sit down. Con estos verbos ustedes no pueden utilizar un pronombre reflexivo, ¿verdad? You cannot say I shower myself, not right. Or I get up myself. No, that is not correct. So you cannot use reflexive pronouns with these verbs. So keep them in mind, right? Adapt, complain, concentrate, get up, hide, lie down, meet, move. You cannot, I meet myself. No. Or she met herself. No, that is incorrect, right? So, after a prepositional place or location, we use a personal pronoun and not a reflexive pronoun, right? So, si tenemos una preposición de lugar, ¿verdad? No vamos a utilizar un pronombre reflexivo, sino un pronombre personal. For example, he put the backpack next to him. Vean, él puso su mochila a la par de él. Acá no podemos utilizar next to himself, right? No. So, because we have here, look, vean, esta es la preposición, ¿verdad? Next to. We can have under, between, in front of, in, on, right? So, in that case, we are not going to use a reflexive pronoun, right? There we have the reflexive pronouns and also the subject. You are going to use myself when you have I. You, yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. We, ourselves. You, that is the plural form, yourselves, and they, themselves. Si ustedes se fijan, la terminación de el plural es diferente, cambia a las palabras que son singulares. Por ejemplo, tenemos itself, vean la terminación, S-E-L-F, singular. What about we? Our, ahí tenemos our selves, S-E-L-V-E-S. Vean, este ya sería para la forma plural. Entonces tengan mucho cuidado, ¿verdad? Y con respecto a you plural, yourselves, ¿verdad? Vean también, de acuerdo al contexto, usted va a saber si va a ser el plural o si están hablando en singular. Y recuerden que, vean, la terminación de la palabra es diferente. Entonces, de acuerdo al contexto que usted tenga, ya sea en un párrafo, en una oración, usted va a determinar si es o si están hablando en singular o si están hablando en plural. So you have there I, myself. you, yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. We, ourselves. You, that is the plural, yourselves, right? They, themselves, right? So, examples. There I have the first one. My daughter likes to dress herself without my help, right? So look at this example. My daughter. You can replace this noun using she, right? So she likes to dress what? Herself without my help, right? So I taught myself to play the guitar. Taught, right? There you have the subject, also I. That's why you know that you are going to use myself, right? To play the guitar. What about this one? My cat always licks itself, right? So, in that case, you're using cat. If you want to replace these, you can say this word instead of pronoun, you can say it, right? It always licks what? Itself, right? So, I don't know if it is clear or do you have any questions? ¿Tienen preguntas, chicos?
Todo claro, teacher.
Perfect. Thank you. Also, reflexive pronouns with objects. This is different. We use verb plus reflexive pronoun plus object when we do something for ourselves. Ven, ahí tenemos una estructura. Primero el verbo, el pronombre reflexivo más el objeto. Cuando hacemos algo para nosotros mismos. For example, she cooked herself a quiche, right? I guess that is like a kind of food, right? So, she cooked herself, right? A quiche. Pues se cocina ella misma ese platillo, ¿verdad? Or we taught ourselves French. Nosotros nos enseñamos, es como redundante, ¿verdad? Pero nosotros mismos, ¿qué? Francés, ¿verdad? Cuando usted autodidacta y decide aprender por usted mismo algo, ¿verdad? We use verb, object plus reflexive pronoun. Bien, esta es otra estructura que intercambiamos el objeto con el pronombre reflexivo. When we want to emphasize that another person did not do the action, right? Cuando tenemos este tipo de estructuras es cuando queremos hacer énfasis. Que alguien más, ¿verdad?, no realizó la acción. Tenemos el verbo, obviamente sujeto, verbo, objeto y pronombre reflexivo. For example, I repaired the tire myself. Look at this one. I repaired what? Aquí tenemos sujeto, I, repair, que sería nuestro verbo, the tire, ¿qué reparamos? La llanta, ¿verdad? Myself. Y luego tenemos el pronombre reflexivo. ¿Ok? So, we made emphasize that did not do the action, right? Another person. O sea, nadie más vino a realizar esta acción, sino que yo lo hice por mí mismo. Yo reemplacé la llanta, ¿verdad? Entonces, vean la estructura. Sujeto, verbo, aquí tenemos el objeto que responde a la pregunta ¿qué? ¿Qué reparó él? La llanta. Y luego tenemos el pronombre reflexivo que nos ayuda para hacer énfasis. Also, they did the homework themselves. You have the subject, the verb did, right? Did what? The homework. Themselves, right? You are using there the reflexive pronoun, right? It is different here. Si nos vamos a las oraciones de arriba, tenemos acá, she cooked herself a quiche. Tenemos sujeto, el verbo, vean, estamos siguiendo también el orden de la estructura. Cooked herself, aquí tenemos el pronombre reflexivo. And what? What did she cook? A quiche, right? Este sería el objeto, ¿ok? So, by reflexive pronouns, we use by plus myself, yourself, himself, etc. when we are alone or not with another person. También nosotros podemos utilizar esta palabra by. You can say by myself or by herself, ¿verdad? Cuando dice aquí nosotros estamos solos o no estamos con otra persona. For example, Jacob went to the party himself. You have the subject, right? The verb went to where? To the party by himself. Por él mismo, ¿verdad? Nadie más fue con él. No había otra persona entonces, que fuera con él, ¿verdad? Entonces, by. Están utilizando esta palabra, ¿verdad? By. Jacob went to the party by himself. Emma was sitting by herself. Also, right? Emma, right? You have the verb be. In this case, that will be like the auxiliary, that is past continuous, right? Sitting by herself, right? Questions, right? We're going to do the first exercise. There I have these. Reflexive pronouns, right? There you have I helped myself. You helped yourself. He helped himself. She helped herself. It helped herself, right? It helped itself. You helped yourselves. We helped ourselves. They helped themselves, right? Do you have here this information? It says we use our reflexive pronoun to refer back to the subject or the sentence or clause. Reflexive pronouns end in self, that is for singular, or selves for plural, right? So let's try to do this exercise. We can, there you have another information. It says we can also use reflexive pronouns for emphasis as intensive pronouns. For example, I did the homework myself. Emphasis, the fact that nobody helped me to do my homework. Ven, ahí tenemos ese ejemplo. I did the homework myself. Yo hice mi tarea por mí mismo, ¿verdad? Estamos haciendo énfasis que no vino nadie más, no vino mi papá, no vino mi hermano a ayudarme a realizar la tarea. Entonces estoy haciendo énfasis que yo realicé la tarea. ¿Ok? So, it says, complete each of the sentences below. There you have an example. Look at it. My brother likes to practice his English by talking to himself. My brother, what is the subject here? Brother, right? Likes to practice his English by, look, there you have the word by, talking to himself.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Bueno, les decía, ¿verdad? Ahí teníamos un claro ejemplo de we can also use reflexive pronouns for emphasis as intensive pronouns, right? For example, I did a homework myself, right? Emphasis the fact that nobody helped me to do my homework, right? And there you have the first exercise there. The first sentence, it says, my brother likes to practice his English by talking to himself. Vean, ¿quién es nuestro sujeto en la oración? Brother, my brother, él, ¿verdad? Entonces, le gusta practicar su inglés hablando por sí mismo, practica con él mismo, ¿verdad? Entonces, ¿qué vamos a hacer? You are going to complete these sentences using the reflexive pronouns. There you have them. You can use myself, yourself, himself, right? Themselves, right? Depends of the sentence, right? So you're going to have around 4 minutes. This is an easy exercise. So you're going to have 4 minutes to complete these sentences using the reflexive pronouns, right? So be careful. Read very well each of these sentences. In that case, you're going to know which reflexive pronoun are you going to use, right? So, work, guys. If you have questions that I think that you are not going to have any, right? Just raise your hand and I will help you, right? So, work. You have 4 minutes. Then, I will ask you to help me answering those sentences. But please, help me, okay? So, work, guys. Okay, guys, are you ready? Who wants to do the number 2? A volunteer. Who wants? Okay, Mr. Goodwin. Read and tell me the answer.
James wasn't careful and he cut himself with a knife.
Excellent. Himself, right? That is singular, right? So, James, himself. Excellent, thank you. What about number 3? Who wants to try number 3? Who? My sister. There you have my sister, okay? Who? Nobody? Okay, Miss Wendy, thank you.
My sister and I look at ourselves in the mirror.
Ourselves? In that way, Miss Wendy? No? ¿Está correcta así?
Yes, ourselves in the mirror.
Ourselves, right?
Selves.
Yeah. So, my sister and I, nosotros, ¿verdad? I looked at ourselves in the mirror. Excellent. Good. What about the number 4? Who wants to try the number 4? Oh, there is, yeah, number 4. Who? That is easy. Okay. Thank you, Abigail.
The number 4. The repair shop was closed, so I fixed the car myself.
Myself. Perfect. Good, right? The repair shop was closed, so I fixed the car myself. That's closed, right? Excellent. What about number 5? Who wants to try the number 5? There you have, did you enjoy at the party last night? Which could be the answer there? Who wants to try? Another volunteer? Thank you, Kenya.
Yourself.
Yourself, right? Nice. So, did you enjoy yourself at the party last night? Excellent. Very good. What about 6? I will say cats can get clean by licking, right? Who wants to try it? Okay, Mr. Miguel, thank you. Cats, remember.
Itself.
Themselves. Perfect. Themselves, right? That is plural. Cats. Themselves. Excellent. Thank you. What about the other one? 7. There you have, did the cleaners cleaned the house? No. I did it. What? I did it what? Thank you, Mr. Gooding.
Myself.
Myself. Excellent. So, did the cleaners clean the house? No, I did it myself. Perfect. What about 8? Mr. Smith burned while he was cooking. Okay, thank you, Abby. What is the answer?
Himself.
Himself, right. We're talking about Mr. Smith, right? So, himself while he was cooking. Excellent. What about this one? 9. He dried, right? After he took a shower and went downstairs. He, again. Which will be the answer here? He dried. He? Abby.
Himself.
Himself.
Como dijeron las compañeras.
Okay, himself. Excellent. He dried himself after he took a shower and went downstairs. Thank you. Okay. So, what about this one? Can you teach play the piano? Thank you, Mr. Miguel.
Yourself.
Yourself. Okay, nice. To play the piano, right? So, what about 11? My little sister dressed. She didn't need any help. You are talking about little sister, right? She. So, we're going to use here what? Tell me, Abby. Just open your microphone, right, and talk.
Herself.
Herself. That will be much better, right? So, what about this one? Why is your dog scratching? Does it have fleas? Dog, right? That is that. Dog. So, which will be the answer here? Okay, Abby?
Itself.
Itself, right? You're talking about what? The dog. That's why the reflexive pronoun will be itself, right? Excellent. Or what about this one? John and Thomas, did you ask the question? What about this one? John and Thomas, 2 people, right? So, did you ask yourselves or yourselves, the plural one? Which one, Mr. Cuellar? ¿Sería el plural o el singular en ese caso? Okay, Abby?
Himself.
Himself?
Yourself.
Yourself. But that is the plural one, right? Selves, right? Yes, because we're talking about John and Thomas, right? Two. That's why you're going to use the plural form, yourselves, right? What about 14? Mrs. Brown, please help to the cookies and drinks. Miss Brown, look at this one. She, right? So, which reflexive pronoun are we going to use here? Mrs. Brown, right? Yes, Abby. En ese caso, you are saying that
Yourself.
yourself. Excellent. Entonces, digamos, Miss Brown, yo llego donde Abby le digo, Abby, please help yourself to the cookies and drink. Perfect. Good. What about the last one? This is the last one, guys. I introduced to my new classmates. That is easy. You have I, so which one are you going to use? ¿Alguien? Nobody wants?
Myself.
Yes.
Myself.
Thank you, myself. So I introduced myself to my new classmates. Excellent. So this is a very easy exercise about reflexive pronouns, right? So let's try to do another one. There you have this, myself. There you have some examples. I cut myself, yourself, help yourself, herself, my boss loves herself, himself, my boss loves himself, itself, the train drives itself, right? Ourselves, these will be the plural form. We did it ourselves, yourselves, help yourselves, themselves, they made the decision themselves, right? So again, fill the gaps with the reflexive pronouns. Right. I will write the name of the people, right? First, Karen. Then, Miss Wendy. Mr. Goodwin. Kenya. Mr. Miguel Cuellar, right? Mr. Freddy, Abigail, Miss Tanya, let's see, I guess Emmanuel, right? Let's see if we have another one. Abandonó la reunión, Mr. Cuellar. What happened? Let's see, Abigail, when Mr. Freddy. Okay. So, guys, then we're going to have again Karen and Mr. Goodwin, and the last one, Abby. Okay. Are you ready? Karen, could you do the first
Yes,
one?
teacher.
Okay, thank you. Help me. Lee toda la
Yes,
oración,
teacher.
por favor. Lee toda la oración, Karen.
He built a boat for himself.
Himself. Excellent. Right. What about number 2, Miss Wendy?
Yes, teacher. I hurt myself with body in the
Down?
stairs.
Downstairs, right? Okay, I hurt myself quite badly falling downstairs. Excellent. Mr. Goodwin, number 3.
The children did everything yourself without any help.
Yourself? Children? In that case, that will be themselves, right? That children.
Themselves.
Yes, themselves. Thank you. What about 4, Kenya? Maria.
Maria and son really should look after themselves better.
There's like the other example, right? Maria and Allison. There you have a comma, right? So you really should look after yourself in that case. En este caso, Kenia, sería yourself, porque acá tenemos una coma separando los dos nombres, ¿verdad? Y luego comenzamos la oración con you. Entonces, yourself. Okay? Thank you. What about 5, Mr. Miguel Cuellar? Forget it. I guess, yeah, yes. Yes, Mr. Miguel.
So, forget it. Myself.
Excellent. Myself. Good. Forget it. I do it myself. Excellent. What about 6? I burned. Mr. Freddy, are you there? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I burned myself.
Myself.
I
Excellent.
burned myself yesterday.
Okay, I burned myself on the oven yesterday. Excellent, thank you. What about 7, Abigail? Wait, Miss Tanya.
She blames
She blames.
7. She blames herself for what happened.
Herself for what happened. Excellent. Good. Thank you, Abby. What about 8? I see, Miss Tanya. Which could be the answer? Bob taught help yourselves to try the last summer. No, Miss Tania. ¿Cuál es el sujeto? Bob, ¿verdad? Si reemplazamos ese nombre por un pronombre, utilizaríamos he, ¿verdad? Entonces, en ese caso, Miss Tania, sería himself. Bob taught himself to time the last summer, okay? So check that one. Emmanuel.
I talk to myself all the time. It don't mean I'm crazy.
I talked to myself all the time. Excellent. It doesn't mean I'm crazy. Good. Karen, number 10.
We all enjoyed ourselves very much on the picnic.
Excellent. Ourselves. Good. What about 11, Mr. Goodwin?
I was so stupid. I could have kicked myself.
Good, right? I was so stupid I could have kicked myself. Excellent. What about 12? Abby, the last one.
The protesters locked themselves into the shirt and refused to come out.
Excellent, themselves, right? Very good. Thank you, Abby. Okay, guys, excellent. So, the last activity. This will be your homework. It says, now make up some examples of your own. There you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to add another one, 5, right? So I want you to write down 5 sentences using the reflexive pronouns, right? Escríbanlas en su cuaderno y la siguiente clase las vamos a escribir acá por el chat y las vamos a revisar, ¿verdad? A ver cómo las han escrito. Recuerden, utilizar los pronombres reflexivos de acuerdo al sujeto o utilizando las reglas que estudiamos ahora. ¿Tienen preguntas, chicos? Is everything clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So I guess you don't have any
Yes,
comment
teacher.
or question, right? So guys, see you next class. Have a nice afternoon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye, Kenya. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. Freddy. Take care. Bye, Miss Tanya. Take care.